Hello, my name is Scott Mallon. I'm the CEO of Collegiate Survey Enrollment. And along with me is James Crawford, who we've worked together for years. And he was a former VP at Bennett College and some other places. And he's going to bring a wealth of information on our topic of the power of surveys. James, you want to add anything?
Yes, well, all I can say is that this is a platform that's going to assist you in yielding the enrollments in these challenging times that we're facing. We need a platform, a solution that's going to assist you, and we believe that this is the platform that's going to assist you.
Thanks, James. So before we get started, I just want to start off by saying, why surveys, especially in the enrollment funnel? Well, we have found that if a school uses surveys from search through the whole entire yield program, we've seen a 10% increase in yield rates. And, why is this? Well, there's multiple reasons. We'll get into that. We're going to show you examples of all the different types of surveys we can do throughout the funnel and what the effect they can have on your enrollment. But just thinking in terms of getting a 10% increase in your yield rate, what that will do to your final enrollment number. So surveys, why surveys? Well, the first thing is when you go out and you ask your students and their parents what their opinion is, what they're looking for, you get a better understanding of your audience. You get to understand what questions they're asking, what are their needs and wants. You get to be able to personalize your approach after a survey. You get to know what their main reasons are for not coming or coming. You can boost engagement. Over and over again, their studies show that when you ask someone a question and their opinion, they're much more engaged with you than just telling them what they want. It improves your strategies. Surveys can be pushed into so many different areas of your enrollment funnel just to give that extra boost. And the nice part is then you get to measure that success. It's easy. Everything is on a survey. Think about it as trackable. You're asking questions and you get answers. So James is going to talk a little bit about, also just the focus of this webinar is HBCUs.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Scott. I just wanted to cover a few statistics. One thing about surveys, it resonates with students of color because you're not telling them, you're asking them to value their input. And so the only way you can find out what they value is to ask the right question. And we have several of surveys for our students, for minority students, and they respond at a higher rate. As you can see in the first box, we have a compared overall 123% response rate for application and accepted students. When you compare minority students versus all other students, we see a response rate of 261% response rate from application to accepted questions. Scott?
Yeah, so where do you see, or where do we see surveys in the enrollment funnel? Across the whole board. We have had huge success in search of deploying surveys alongside a traditional search. We've also then taken over to the traditional search and seen great results by just doing surveys. But really where we see the biggest impact is once you get into yielding, being able to talk to students that inquire, what are they looking for out of your college? Talking to them about completing their application, talking to them about why they didn't complete their application, what their award survey is, a visit survey. So there's a host of different surveys throughout the funnel that we've seen have huge impact on enrollment. And then James will get into just, some of the different surveys, the highlights of some of the surveys and what we did.
One thing I like about this platform that we provide a variety of surveys to be able to engage the student through the process to gather information that you need so you can build a meaningful relationship with the student. For example, the inquiry survey, optimize your recruitment efforts and to improve your conversion rates. Everybody wants to see the student move along the admission enrollment funnel. And so we're able to engage the students' level of interest, understanding the why they're interested in your school, and then focus on the students that are the maybes to identify those students who are yet on the fence, but yet have not made that final decision whether or not they want to come to your school. But then also allows you to personalize your campaigns to be able to continue to communicate with your students, as you'll see in the next survey. As looking, you can see Missouri. Yeah, thank you. As you can see, for example, incomplete app survey is another survey that we sent out. We want to make sure that we can identify and look at the roadblocks that are keeping students from completing the process. Maybe it might be financial aid or academics, and also allows you to give a personalized support to your students. We can start out the survey, and the students can respond and ask for a admissions counselor to reach back out to them. It shows you that you really care about that student. On to the next survey. Accepted student survey. Yes, the student may be accepted. Absolutely. They said they're coming, but you want to know the why. To keep them engaged all the way to the time that they actually arrive on your campus and start school. So we want to gauge their true interest, uncover the motivation, the why again, and also target those maybe students. Some students may apply in multiple schools, but you understand the why behind why they are coming to your school. And then on top of that, you can personalize your communication with that student, keep them engaged, and ask questions about financial aid, scholarships, whatever is going to help them to make a better informed decision and keep them tied in or stitched in to them coming to your school. And of course, parent survey. It's critical nowadays, people understand that not only does the student make a decision to come to the institution, but also the parents' involvement. Parents want to feel valued. They have issues, concerns. They have questions about academics, about graduation rates, scholarships. They want to know, and they want to feel valued in the process. And that allows you to gather information about them so you can communicate with the parents as well. And overall, it will increase your yield because you've taken the time to get to know the parent and the student collectively, and that helps to makes them help to make a better decision, and then ultimately an increased yield at your school. And Scott, take it away.
Sure. So James just went over some of the really critical surveys we do in the yield funnel. But I'll just talk quickly about search. So the biggest impact we see in search with surveys is those non-responders. If you think about if you're doing a search to 50,000 students and you had an incredible 10% response rate, which would be amazing, yet that still leaves you with 40,000 students that didn't respond. So we have seen successful programs where we target the 30,000 and asking them, are they still interested in college? Why didn't they want to apply to your school? What's their interest? What's their goals? It's incredible the amount of additional inquiries or additional applications we can generate by really targeting those non-responders. We've been hugely successful with that. And I think for multiple reasons. One is it's better to ask someone their opinion than tell them. And two is it just so happens that, when you're surveying, our IPs are clean. It's a survey, so we have better throughput. So how do you build a survey campaign? So there's multiple things that you have to really think about. One is, what is your outgoing message? Two, what are your questions? Of course, you don't want to ask a million questions, and you also don't want to ask too few. It has to be spot on. You have to make it easy. Don't have open forms whenever you can. Make it multiple choice. You really want to make it easy. Think of yourself taking a survey. And that's number one. You need to really think about how that survey is laid out. Next thing is you have to define what group you're going after. So are you going after prospects? Are is it search? Is it your inquiry pool? Non-visit, accepted, enrolled? Which group are you going after? And the next thing is, how are you going to do your outreach? Traditionally, you always start with email because that's pretty much what you have, especially, if you're talking about search. So you have to build that email with the right messaging, make sure it's personalized, and you're really asking that group of people what their needs and wants are. If you're talking about down funnel, you have the ability then to text, which we see massive response rates on text. And you can also add that to your digital campaigns. If you're doing any kind of targeted digital downstream at the yield, you can connect that survey to your response on your digital. So once you do your outreach, your question, hey, we want you to take this survey, then you have to build your survey, right? You want to make sure that survey, you have really particular questions you want answered. Yes, no, maybe. Are you coming? Yes, no, maybe. Great. So then you can take those maybes and you can focus on that group, right? That's where you can move the needle the most. So now you've whittled your accepted pool down to where it's small enough where your reps can then really have a personal connection with that group that you can move the needle on. Then once you get those questions answered, then you need to get that immediately into your CRM so your reps can actually do the follow-up, or you can put that information into new campaigns so you can address it. One of the examples is if a student says they're interested in studying abroad. If you have a program, that person can go right into a nurture program about studying abroad, which will increase the likelihood that she'll enroll. So this is how a survey gets rolled out. There's the nice part about surveys is you can look at it as a separate campaign that's going to be layered over your existing nurture. So you can be running your traditional automated nurture that's touching your students at different times. And this is something that you can put on top of that. So you can then start getting and connecting with students that maybe aren't engaged or are willing to give you their opinion, which is most young students these days. And James, why don't you just go over some of the stuff at Bennett College?
Absolutely. When I served as the director of admissions at Bennett College, we were tasked to bring in a group of students, and we had a CRM, and we would send out all types of email communication, but we were unsuccessful with the response rate. And then we brought on this platform, and we're able to get response rate from this platform. And so we've seen that there was a significant increase in open rates of the emails that were going out. Not just email, but the surveys, they were opening up and they were responding. And as a result, it increased our application pool. And then we're able to communicate with those students and get them to ultimately be accepted. And one thing I like about the platform was that not only did the students respond to the surveys, but in real time, we can receive that data, upload it to our system, and allow for us to focus on certain groups that we were targeting to recruit for our upcoming class. And so it was a very helpful tool to identify the students who we were targeting. So it does work. It has a high open rate and high completion rate as well.
And so James is just talking about our platform. Yes, we have a survey platform that we use. Again, too, part of this is, we know how to build surveys, and we know how to, with our too many years in higher ed experience doing this kind of stuff, we know how to get results. We know how to write the emails. We know what questions to ask, how to work with your enrollment teams to make sure that you maximize results from this. On the other side, our platform, the one thing that we do is our platform, our emails get through. If you look at all across what we the campaigns we've run multiple tests, and we average a 3 to 4 times higher response rate over an email coming out of your CRM. Now, why is that? Well, I think the main reason is because our platform, we only use it for surveys, and surveys have a high throughput. They don't go to spam, they don't get blacklisted, so we get our emails through. Thus, and also our messaging is such that we're asking a question and we get high response rates. So if you put that all together, we know how to craft our emails. Our conversions are authentic. This isn't a easy click. This is people giving you back information, and that's so valuable. Getting someone's opinion on what they're looking for in their college experience. And that's it. I know this was short, but we wanted to definitely make sure that everyone got an understanding of such a powerful platform as asking someone their opinion.
Mhm.
So very good. James, you have anything to add?
Absolutely. When I first started using this platform, I was in a place where it was really frustrating as director of admission, doing everything we possibly thought we could do. And then this platform came along. It was not a cure-all, but it did assist and help us to yield more students because it does work. And so if you want a solution that's going to help and assist you in yielding the class that you want, I strongly recommend that you get this product. It's going to help you and your team be able to yield students.
Great. Thank you very much, everyone. We look forward from hearing from you. Thank you.
Thank you.